Welcome back to my series, Dance Mums Uncovered. We all know by now that the cast was put under intense pressure while filming Dance Mums. But how did they cope with it? And how did the stress affect them both in the moment and in the long term? There was more to the cast's stress and the coping mechanisms that helped them through it than the producers cared to show. Feel free to share your thoughts on the following evidence. First, let's look at illness and injury. I will be talking about anxiety and depression a bit in this section, so if you think this could be harmful for you, please skip to the timestamp on the screen. The constant pressure that the cast was exposed to while filming the show led to several of them developing stress-induced illnesses and injuries. Keep in mind that there could be more, these are just the ones that they've addressed publicly. In a live stream Jill and Melissa did together, Jill recalled that she was so stressed while filming the show that her jaw locked. She went on to reveal that Melissa had such a bad anxiety attack on set that she was convinced that she was having a heart attack.
We were put in so much stress, my jaw locked. Remember that one?
I have
And you were having a heart attack.
I had a heart attack.
Which was a anxiety attack. You thought it was your heart. We all were scared.
According to Kalani, she developed severe anxiety in 2016, which caused her to have awful headaches every day that would usually last the entire day. She says that she also became very dizzy sometimes too. She believes that these symptoms arose because she would constantly overthink about how people perceived her. She found focusing on the support of people in her life to be a helpful recovery technique. It would be inaccurate to blame the show's stressful environment alone for causing her anxiety though, since Kalani still experiences it to this day.
A year ago, I went through this really bad anxiety thing where I just had headaches all day, every day. I always felt dizzy. And it's because I was overthinking and I had anxiety. You just kind of have to breathe and relax and remember the good things in your life and who's there for you and try not to worry about what everybody else.
So, if I'm being completely honest, my anxiety has been so heightened and really bad lately. I couldn't even do a workout because I just felt so anxious. I couldn't even take a walk around the park because I would get so anxious leaving the house. So it's actually been really bad lately if I'm being completely honest.
The show also caused some cast members to feel demotivated and depressed. Christy admitted that there were sometimes days where she didn't want to get dressed in the mornings and broke down in anticipation of going to set. And Liliana has claimed that the show made her depressed.
There were times that I would sit in my closet and sob because I was I don't want to go, I don't want to get dressed, but it was my job, I had to go.
Did being on the show ever make you depressed? Yes.
While definitely not as severe as the other conditions I've mentioned, Joanne from season 8 developed stress rashes as a result of the drama she was involved in.
But it was you get defensive and you get protective, and
It gave me a stress rash.
All of these conditions are a strong reminder that humans aren't built to deal with stress 24/7. And yet people want the cast to express nothing but gratitude for the show. Next, let's explore conflict resolution. In order to deal with all the drama on the set of Dance Mums, many cast members had to try a variety of techniques to keep themselves out of conflict. Jess has claimed that when she and Jojo first joined the show, one of the girls had issues with Jojo. She says that she had a discussion with their mum about the issue, who then went on to settle it with her daughter. After this, there was no longer an issue.
When we were on Dance Moms, we had problems with another castmate right away. And I talked to the mom and I was just tell me, is this how it's going to be? And she was like, no, I'm talking to her right now. No, we love you guys. But then it was never, ever a problem after that.
Since Jess is well known for stirring conflict to make entertaining television, the fact that she didn't fight with the mum in front of the cameras shows that she does have some restraint and respect for Jojo's privacy. In season 8, Liliana says that she learned to use noise-cancelling headphones so that she didn't have to listen to the mums arguing.
How did you deal with all the drama?
I got noise-canceling headphones. So whenever the moms have any drama that involves me, I just put my noise-canceling headphones and just focus on the dance.
Holly has stated that the reason why she and Nia stayed for 7 seasons of the show was because they didn't want to be pushed out and Nia didn't want to leave. As a result, Holly had to learn some of the best conflict resolution skills. Cheryl has declared that Holly was the most normal and the smartest mum, and that she would try and stay out of everything. Apparently she would bring books to rehearsal and quietly read until she needed to be on camera.
Holly, I remember, was the most normal one out of all the moms, and she tried to just stay out of everything. So she always went to rehearsal with a book in her face and was just reading a book the whole time until she had to be on camera. And she was always the quiet one, but like the smartest one.
I am a person who believes very firmly that we leave when we say we're ready to.
Kathy and Christy say that they actually respected one another during their time on the show, and that they enjoyed exchanging banter. In fact, they worked together during season 4, warning each other of any producer plots to create drama between the two studios. It was also Kathy who comforted Christy at the end of season 4 Nationals, telling her that she could call her if she ever needed someone to talk to.
When Christy would feed me info, she would text me what was going to happen.
Oh, wow.
So then I would already have it in my thoughts that I would spew it out, and the producers would be like, wow.
When I was walking out, you were the only one who stopped and you're like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm not. And you were like, well, if you need to call somebody, you can call me.
Evidence number 3, meltdowns. The cameras captured a lot of instances where the cast members reached their breaking point, but there were some of these moments that never aired. In the Mums podcast, Because Mum Said So, Kelly recounted an instance where she had a meltdown next to a trash can. She barricaded herself with chairs so that no one could get to her.
I really was like having a nervous.
Oh my God. Are we talking about the trash can? Yes.
Yeah. Having yourself being filmed, having a nervous breakdown. Oh, lovely.
I'm like, Kelly, please, let's leave the trash. You're really going to regret this.
She barricaded herself in with the chairs, so we couldn't get to her.
While they can laugh about it in retrospect, it is sad that she had to do this to have any kind of privacy on set, while she was in such an emotionally vulnerable state. Kathy also described 2 instances where she was overwhelmed by the show. The first one was when she found out that the show was going to continue past the initial 6 episodes. She said that they had guests at her house that day, who she asked to leave right before she broke down into tears. Kathy also said that she was once so mad at the producers that she threw her microphone on the ground, stormed off set, and didn't return their phone calls.
We were hosting a party at my house, and I get this email or this text message, pack your bags. You won't be back until September 14th. And I was like, what? And I looked at everybody and I said, get out, go home. And I went upstairs and was in the playroom crying because I didn't want to do it.
Left? Said no, left. On one occasion, the mics are thousands of dollars. I pulled my mic off and threw it on the ground. I could care less if it broke. And I did not answer my phone for weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. I wouldn't do anything with them for weeks because I was so irritated.
4. Coping strategies. The cast ended up developing other behaviours that dulled the pain caused by the show. There is some discussion in this section about binge eating behaviours and negative self-image, so if this is a sensitive topic for you, please skip to this timestamp. Christy has declared that during the filming of season 4 of Dance Moms, she was emotionally eating and drinking to cope. Similarly, Presley also said that she ended up eating a lot of the catering on set. It's heartbreaking to hear her then say that this is why she looked the way she did on TV. And she asks why nobody told her to stop eating so much.
I was clearly, I was emotionally eating at that point and drinking a lot, I'm sure.
Did you guys used to eat a lot of crafting?
Oh, that's why I looked like that. I don't know how anybody let me go on national television. I tried to tell you, stop eating crafting.
Chloe revealed in a TikTok caption that she can't remember much from the first 4 seasons of Dance Moms. She believes this is a coping mechanism to help her deal with the traumatic experiences she went through. According to Christy, the last text freaked out 11-year-old Chloe so much that she was afraid to sleep alone, and yet barely anyone seemed to think twice about the appropriateness of this dance for such young girls. It seems like all that Abby and the producers cared about was that the ALDC had an intense and chilling routine. Finally, we have situations too difficult to process. There were situations on Dance Moms where the cast just couldn't process the constant pressure and drama in a healthy way. For instance, Lily has claimed that she wasn't able to cope with the drama between the mums. She says that this is why she had so many panic attacks and cried so much on camera.
How did you cope with all the mama drama and stress? I didn't. Didn't you see me on TV crying all the time and having panic attacks?
Jess says that she believed Abby had trouble separating reality from reality television. Since the whole show revolved around Abby, her studio, her students, and her clients, it's not surprising that she would often forget that people may say or do things because they want to stay on the show. That being said, Abby's response to the drama is her responsibility, and if holding massive grudges keeps her motivated, that's her issue.
To be honest, Abby had a very hard time, in my eyes, of separating it. Like, I think she just, like, her whole world was that.
With all that you've gone through, what has kept you motivated and what keeps you going and what keeps you
I guess
pushing?
proving people wrong.
So what do you guys think? Do you think the environment on the set of Dance Moms was just too stressful? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.